What's up, everybody? This is Gina Ifoe, the one and only African superstar. And I'm here today. Hopefully, you guys can see me. I'm having a little bit of technical difficulties, but we are hoping for the best today. So, I first want to say a big, huge shout out to our members only. Those of you who have been supporting our platform on a monthly basis, I really deeply appreciate everything that you've been doing. So I want to take a minute. All right, guys, what's up? I'm back and I'm here with an Unpopular Opinions live. Big shout outs, guys. I haven't been with you for several days. Obviously, last week was a big week for me. I shot my third official music video, so I've been really recouping from that and taking a bit of a break for the past several days. But I'm back and I want to do this Unpopular Opinions live. So when you get into the chat room, make sure you greet me in the chat room. This is a subscriber only chat. So that means you'll need to be subscribed to make comments. Big shout outs to my moderators. Big shout outs to the Afrikansuperstar family. I want to talk about this because I think it's a very important lesson to learn for people that have been raised in loving environments. They've been raised in a way that doesn't require them to necessarily compromise their life for survival. A lot of times, those that have grown up in survival, those that have had to incur difficult situations, or maybe poverty, or maybe they just, experienced hardship and stuff like that. That actually creates a kind of person who's willing to do any and everything to get ahead. And what typically will happen is when these people hook up with those that were raised in love, because we're not looking at those in this kind of way, we typically get hurt by these situations or maybe even taken advantage. Big shout outs to those of y'all in the chat room. Hi guys. Kamisha Ross Corner. It's been a minute, but it's very good to see you. So hi, how are you? Also, big shout outs to my members only. Jolie is here, represented by the circle next to her name. Big shout outs to our members only who support our platform on a monthly basis. I want to talk about this because this is something that I have encountered on more than one occasion. It's something that I've also recently gone through. And typically, it's like those of us who are not raised in survival mode. We don't look at situations as like, okay, I need this to make it. I need this to survive. Generally, we're in a position where we're stable or we're able to negotiate our affairs, which means that the relationships that we have, the relationship that we establish is based on other things. We're not necessarily looking at a partner as a way to survive. We're not looking at a friend as a way to escalate or get ahead. We're looking at these people like companions, lovers. We have a very open mind when we're going into it. Those that are all centralized around survival, they will do anything. They will do anything. And that even includes sacrifice you to get what they need and what they want. I have to advise my peers to be very careful with these people. Okay. And the danger about them is even once they start getting a lot. Okay. There's a saying. If you guys know this saying, this is the first trivia question. If you know this saying, put a number 1 in the chat. Okay. You can take the man from a hood, but you can't take the hood from the man. Huh? If you guys have ever heard that saying or, you know, something similar, go ahead and leave a number 1. What that means is that, unfortunately, a lot of times that these people that have a survival kind of mindset, they stay in that mindset. So even when they escalate and even when they become rich or even when they become successful, they still keep operating as if they're in survival. You know, what I encourage you to do, and I know that it's difficult. Big shout out to the family. Angela, I see you in the building. Nikki, what's up, family? I encourage you to take the additional time to evaluate the people that you're in relationships with, okay? To prevent being hurt by these survival-minded people. You will even see in some cases, these folks in survival, like I said, sometimes their survival makes them extremely ambitious. Obviously, if you grew up being hungry, if you grew up being poor, if you grew up being homeless, or you grew up in an unstable world, you know, one of your goals will be to get stable, okay? But the thing is with these people that their survival mentality is perpetual, okay? So even when they get there, they're still treating you as a means to an end. I'll give you guys an example. I have friends of mine that professionally, they're doing so well. You know, they've been able to go up the corporate ladder or whatever. They drive nice cars. They have houses. You know, here on YouTube, there are some people that, you know, have definitely surpassed me. I mean, obviously having my platform taken down last year was a bit of a delay. But I know people that, you know, have amassed these huge platforms and things like that. And you would think that they will be satisfied with what they got. Huh? You think they would be satisfied with what they got. But what you got to know about the survival-minded individual is, no, they're never satisfied, because in their mind, they're still poor. In their mind, they're still small. In their mind, they're not successful. And they look at the people that are raised in love, and there's something about those people that they envy, okay? And what they envy is the fact that you're not in survival mode. You know, you don't live your everyday like it's your last day. You don't take every meal like it's your last meal, or cherish every dollar like it's your last dollar. You know, real people that were raised in love understand that there's things that's more important than money. Hello? Does anybody agree with that statement? There's things that's more important than money. True or false? Let me see if I got love or survivors up in here. Do I have lovers or survival? Big shout out to the Afrikansuperstar family. Make sure you like the stream, okay? Like the stream, okay? The truth is, all right, there are things that are more important than money. Money doesn't solve every problem. You know, big shout outs to Monica. She's one of our members of the Afrikansuperstar family. She's here with me here in Ghana. Today's her birthday, and I actually wrote a new song yesterday, and I shared it with her, and that's one of the lyrics, okay? Money doesn't solve every problem, all right? If money solved problems, these billionaires and these celebrities and these politicians and people that have more money than they can ever deal with will be the happiest people, would be the most content people. What that boils down to, guys, is sacrificing people for money and position is a survival instinct. Okay, it's something that you would do just to survive. Okay, I hate to say this, but let's say, you know, you were with a friend, okay, and both of y'all fell into the water. All right. Now, let's just say both of you guys don't know how to swim or whatever. Okay. Now, in that kind of situation, your survival instincts would kick in. Okay. Under any other circumstance, you would be like, this is how I would handle it. Okay. But when you're in a survival mode, you do things differently. All right. And I have experienced this on multiple occasions. Currently, you know, I think I live a pretty moderate life. You know, by my own standards. Obviously, I've had access to more money. I've had more material things and all of that in the past. But what I have is bigger than what money can buy. And the survival-minded individuals don't understand that. And that's something that they envy, because since they're chasing material things and money, okay, and that won't really satisfy you, because big shout outs to the family. We have several people here that understand that there's things that's more important than money. So there's definitely some people that have been raised here in love. They understand. They're not going to sell out people for money. They're not going to do unscrupulous things for money or survive. They're not going to throw you under the bus or, you know, switch up on you and stuff. That all that stuff indicates you are survival minded kind of person. That's all that indicates. Or in other words, you're an opportunist. You know, you just go here and there. You just do whatever is the trends. You just ride the wave. Some of us ain't like that. You know, words like loyalty and track record and character and staying black and true, those are the things that's important to us. When we go to sleep at night, we want to make sure that we can, you know, that we can be in tune with ourselves, because survival people do whatever. Okay, like for instance, Cardi B, she's an example. Okay, Cardi B was a stripper back in the days before she became a music person. But now that you see her in the music, in the public eye, you see she's willing to do anything. Her lyrics are terrible. Her videos are extremely explicit. She's a mother of two, and that's how she conducts herself. But when you have a survival-minded individual, they have no boundaries. And that's why I'm just bringing this message today. Because those of us that were raised in love, you've got to know the dangers of dealing with people that are in survival mode. Okay? You can't listen to them. Sometimes they'll tell you. You can watch their behavior. Sometimes that will tell you. You can learn about their history. That will tell you. You know, and not every person that was in rough circumstances has this mindset. Okay, not everybody that was in rough circumstances. There are some people that, even though maybe they didn't have, you know, what they needed, all their needs met, character is still important and integrity is still important. You know, but this is a grimy game out here, guys. This is a very grimy game. And these survival-minded people, you got to watch out for them. Big shout outs to ATM 10. Jolie is reminding you guys to please support the stream and get the lights up. Gosh, I can't stay out of it yet. Get the lights up. Unpopular Opinions Live. Now, the message that I'm giving you guys is different than what we typically learn. Okay, we typically, especially those that are in escalated positions, we typically learn that we should be reaching out for less fortunate people, you know, that to whom much is given, much is required, and, you know, all these kind of things that is supposed to be a benefit from in engaging with people that are less fortunate. Okay, next trivia question. Have you guys ever dealt with someone who is less fortunate and felt that they were ungrateful or entitled? Huh? Go ahead and put a number 3. Have you ever dealt with someone who's less fortunate and felt that they were ungrateful or entitled? You know, this has happened sometimes with like homeless people, for instance. You know, you might see them on the sidewalk and then they say, well, can I have some money? And you say, well, I'll get you something to eat. And they say, well, I don't want that. You know, or you know someone who doesn't even have a place to live. And then you say, well, you know what, let me help you out. You can do this and that. And they say, well, I don't really, you know, that's not good enough. You know, these are indicators that this person is not, you know, in the right frame of mind. A grateful person, and you will see this sometimes, a lot of times you will see this from people raised in love. They are so happy and they are so grateful and they're so humble anytime anyone looks out for them, because they know that it's not compulsory. But those that are in survival, nothing is ever good enough for them. Okay, it's amazing because it never came from anything, but anything they get is still not good enough. You know, they are very dangerous people. Dangerous. All right. And it doesn't matter if you give them love or whatever, you give them attention, you give them whatever it is that they may be seeking. Because of that survival mindset, they don't care about that. Now, people that are raised in love know that there's nothing more precious than loyalty. Okay? Having that confidant, having that, faithful spouse, having that best friend that won't betray you. That is something that's priceless. But the person who's in survival, they will sacrifice it all. They will sacrifice it all for something minuscule. This is an unpopular opinion because the world around us tells us, that we should always just entertain whoever and whatever. And even when we see that they're taking actions against us and are doing things that are wrong, we're supposed to just ignore it. And that we're supposed to give them multiple chances. I also discourage against multiple chances. When this person has demonstrated to you that they'll sell you out for anything, and sometimes for the lovers, they love so deeply, so they just kind of want to find any kind of resolution in these situations. When they start experiencing something from the survival-minded individual, their goal is, let's try to sort out things. Let's try to fix the relationship. Let's get to the root of the problem, because their objective is, I just want to maintain this connection. The survival person will be like, nah, it's okay. Whatever. They can walk away. They have no root. They have no root. Even their own brother or sister, they will sell out. Even their own mom. They can do anything. And what I want to tell you is that, unfortunately, out here in this game, there's more survival individuals than those that were raised in love. All right? So you need to be mindful when you're dealing with people. And like I said, sometimes they look successful, okay? Because maybe they have, repositioned themselves from their humble beginnings. You look at them and you think, hey, this person has everything. But they're going to show you. They're going to start showing you signs that, oh, wow, this person is not really my echelon. Because they will do things that the love person would never do. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to the Afrikansuperstar family. If you are here and you want to be greeted, please make sure you leave me something in the chat. This is subscriber only, so you need to be subscribed to leave your comment and talk to me. I'm also going to open up the call lines if anybody has anything to contribute. Maybe if you've been in situations where you've been with that survival-minded kind of person. Unfortunately, I know a lot of them. Sometimes these people also switch up. Like the Bible says, like Paul says, you ran well, but what hindered you? These survival people, they flip-flop. They do whatever's popular. Okay, they do whatever's hot. Whatever the trends, that's what they do. They don't have any personal identity. That's one thing that I take great pride in, is that I'm remaining and staying true to Gina no matter what. I'm doing what Gina loves, what Gina thinks is best. I'm doing things that won't tarnish my image in the future. And that's why people love me, and that's why people don't like other people. Because other people flip-flop. Other people do whatever they got to do to get ahead. Other people will even sacrifice you in important relationships to get ahead. All for something trivial. All for something small. Can you imagine? That's the kind of world we're living in. But at the end of the day, if you have integrity and you have character, it's a priceless element that money can't buy. And money's not everything. Survival people will even say things like, many of you guys in the chat room agreed with me. Money's not everything. There's things that's more important than money. The survival-oriented person can never understand that. You know, they will even tell you, you know, here in Africa, sometimes I have conversations with people and they're like, oh, well, I'd rather still just have money no matter what. I don't care what it would take. There's people doing money rituals and doing all kind of stuff because to them, just to have the money is it. And in many ways, that's also another indicator. You know, sometimes wealth and image, people are getting this money and everything because they want to cover up the fact that they don't really have character. Okay? And these are the people when they get rich and everything, they start inflicting pain and because they just want to lash out the way that they were treated when they were less fortunate. Big shout out to the Afrikansuperstar family who's in the call room today. Let's see. Ben is here. Hello, Ben. How are you? Hello, Ben. Are you there? Hello.
Okay. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Hello. Hello.
Can you hear?
Ben, call back in if you hear this because your connection, we couldn't hear anything. Go ahead. So just go ahead and call back in and see if it works better this time. Nikki says, be yourself. And if yourself is truly a good person, good people will recognize that. You know, I think in my case, I'm just very fortunate that I didn't have to grow up in survival. You know, I already knew growing up that money doesn't answer everything. I grew up in a community where, you know, we went to private schools, people traveled. I saw that there were these affluent people that had all this money and in their home was chaos. Okay. Marital problems, children on drugs, you know, gambling, depression, you know. Meanwhile, those that were in survival mode are like, I want to live that life, not knowing what's the backside of all of that, you know. So for me, there are things that are much more important. And why this is why I don't operate in survival mode. Okay, Ben, call back. Let's see if we can hear him now. Hello?
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me
Yes,
now?
I can hear you.
Okay, my bad. I got this Moose Mobile. Check this out. I was trying to do a super chat. You still take PayPal, right?
Yes.
Okay, I think the PayPal is better for you, right? They don't take a commission like Google does.
It's okay. I mean, either way, anything you want to sow is fine. Thank you.
Okay, I'll send some after I get off with you though. But I hasn't been going in Ghana though. I haven't catch up with other videos yet. I know you was in the UK, so
it's going well. You know, we're just doing here. I just shot my third music video this week, so I've been busy with that, and you know, we moving forward. My birthday's coming up June 26th, so I got some big things coming forward through the month of June. So I'm excited to share those things with the channel. So y'all just stay tuned. Y'all just stay tuned.
okay. I was going to ask you like with the Americans down there now, is the environment still the same? As things changed? 'Cause I was thinking about visiting down there.
Where you want to come to Ghana?
Yeah, I was thinking about coming either Nigeria or Ghana, but I think I want to deal with Nigeria right now. I was looking at Ghana. It looks more open to U.S. people.
Yeah. Are you talking about like as far as the travel requirements?
No, not that. Just like how can I say getting stuff, supplies, infrastructure. You know what I mean? The attitude with foreigners. You know, that's what I'm getting at.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, foreigners are welcome on the continent, no matter where you go. You know,
Uh-huh.
yeah. So I mean, and in terms of Ghana, Ghana is one of the strongest economies in West Africa. It's relatively well developed. It has stable, you know, relatively stable electricity, and I mean, it's a peaceful country. They've never even had war, so it's a very stable place. If this is where you want to visit, firstly, yeah. I mean, I don't have any issue
Okay, so
here in
now
Ghana.
now do you guys like live in a certain area, or is everybody kind of dispersed out as far as Americans?
Yeah, I don't really know where people are at large. I know that typically a lot of the retirees, they live in a community called Pram, which is probably about like 45 minutes away from Accra, which is the capital city.
Uh-huh.
And you know, the thing is that when I moved to Ghana, my main objective was to assimilate here with the Ghanaian people. So I'm not necessarily one of those people that fraternizes with like a lot of diasporans or a lot of Americans, because that's not what I came here to do. So I do obviously have some friends in that community, but I'm not heavily with them. I do know, like, there's a gentleman, he's also a YouTuber named Bomani. He has a settlement where a lot of African Americans are living and building. I believe that may be, I'm not sure where it is. It might be Winneba. I'm not sure, but yeah, I mean, Ghana is totally safe. I mean, obviously, it's it was a country that hosted Year of Return, so millions of diasporans have come here at this point.
Oh,
So
okay. So it's not like, well, how can I say, when I'm in Accra, I'm gonna bump into a lot of Americans. Then it's just like everybody's dispersed out. That's, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm just going by YouTube. It seems like
yeah,
everybody's like
I
in the
mean,
same village.
no, I mean it's still pretty much Ghana. There are across the capital city, so it's probably more diverse than other parts of Ghana. But I wouldn't say, yeah, every time you go out, you're going to see Americans and stuff like that. Probably not. And it may not also be easy to decipher because English is the main language here. So a lot of
Okay.
people speak English.
Okay. And one thing I want to ask you too, one last thing, as far as prices down, like budget wise, is it like American prices equivalent to America, or would it be like
Um,
Mexico?
it depends on what you get. If you're getting, foreign goods, like, so if you're looking to purchase American products here in Ghana, those are considered imports, so those would cost more. But if you're getting local products, then you're going to see that the dollar goes further here. So if you're eating at local restaurants, or if you're buying local products or made in Ghana products and stuff like that. But if you want, there are a couple shops here that do like American groceries. So if you're buying like, American condiments and snacks and all that stuff, you're going to spend more money on those imported items.
Oh, okay. I like Oreos and stuff like that. You'll pay
Yeah,
extra
yeah,
for.
correct. Correct.
Okay, so like a hamburger, I guess they make that stuff down there too for you guys, right?
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay, okay, I
We
got you, I
have
got
burger
you.
chops.
Okay, so I gotta check out some prices then, because I know you've been back to the States to visit, right?
I've been once so far since I moved to Ghana. Yeah, I've been
Oh,
once.
really, one time? Okay, I got you. Okay,
Yeah.
all right, sister, I'll hit you up on that, and appreciate
All
you.
right. Thanks for
All
calling
right,
in,
bye.
Ben. Take
All right, no
care.
problem.
All right. Big shout outs to Ben. That was off the topic, but he typically just calls in and talk about what he wants to talk about. But y'all know that's not how we really do stuff. But Ben, I'll let you slide. Today's topic is those raised in love need to be mindful of those on survival. Okay. For those of you just joining, that's what I'm talking about. It's a different of mindset. It's a different set of priorities. Okay. People that were raised in love are not looking at other people as assets. Okay. If I get with this guy, I can do this and that. If I get with this girl, she's going to be able to do this and that for me. When you meet these kind of people, guess what? They can swap you out. They can swap you out because it's not like you're saying, oh, I'm with Jolie because I love her. I like the way that she smiles. Jolie cracks really funny jokes. It's like, oh, I'm with Jolie because, she knows the mayor of Chicago. I'm with her because she's got a new car. I'm with her because anytime we go out for drinks, she always pays. So these are the kind of attributes when somebody comes along, like let's say Angela comes along, and Angela's doing more than Jolie, they switch up. You see, that's someone who is all about survival. The person who's in love is like, no, I won't sell out Jolie because that's my girl. You know what I'm saying? We got years and we got a friendship that's strong. Why would I just sell her up for some little whatever? And unfortunately, like I said, we are promoted to engage in these kind of relationships. We're promoted to endure these kind of relationships. Guys, I don't appreciate, I don't encourage rather being used. All right. If you're able to decipher that these people are opportuning on you, Don't be used. Don't be used. So now Angela has, stolen Jolie's friend. And Angela thinks, oh, well, I got him now. He's with me. He's with you until the next big thing comes along. Kamisha Ra. So Kamisha Ra got double what Angela got, and guess what? There he goes. There he goes. Survival. All right. Survival-minded individuals. They have no loyalty. They do whatever for money. And I mean, I would say some of the track records to look at these individuals is they can't get along with people. If you look back in their history, you're going to see they're always falling out with people. They're always having drama. They're always being accused of doing, messed up stuff. And this is the track record that they lead. Obviously, relationships and maintaining good relationships and being good to people and character and all that stuff, that is important to the lover. So they don't have a track record that looks like that. They're able to have friends for years or relationships for years because they get along with people. And when problems come, they attempt problem resolution. Okay? If you see these kind of people that just have drama all the time, and they never hold any responsibility. They don't say, well, you know what? I did this and that to that person, and that's why they're treating me like this. They always say, well, I don't know what happened. I don't know why I'm no longer friends with the friend that I grew up with since childhood. I don't know why that these people are talking about me. I don't know why there's always allegations. I can tell you as someone with character, okay, your character will vindicate you. Huh? Your character will vindicate you. Okay? What I mean by that is you live a life that exemplifies your ideology. So even if somebody comes along and says, well, Gina did this and Jolie did that, your character is going to be contrary to those stories. They won't add up. Because people know what you're about. You've got a track record that shows what you're about. If somebody came, for instance, here on YouTube, and, I always talk about this because it's something that I'm really proud of. I've been on YouTube now for years, okay? You would be hard-pressed to find a diss video about me. You would be hard-pressed to find a video of how I'm scamming people. You would be pressed to find a video about me, how I'm fake and how I've changed up and anything like that. Why? Because my character precedes itself. I don't roll around like that. So people can't, if anyone came with an allegation, it can't stick because it would be so out of character for me. But these individuals, they have that kind of track record. Recently I interacted with someone that was like that. I gave them the benefit of the doubt when they would tell me stories about how they're no longer cool with this person or no longer cool with that person. And I really didn't connect the dots. I didn't connect the dots. Like, why are you always falling out with people? We're grown adults. But then it dawned on me, this person is a survival individual. Okay? This person has no character. This person rides on the trends and does whatever is popular just to get ahead. And to this person, cash is king. So who are you to a person who would do any and everything for money? You're nobody. Doing things that are shameful for advancement. It's messed up, guys. But this is what the survival-minded person will do. And you really have to evaluate the people that are coming into your life as adults. What's up, family? Guys, if you're here, please say what's up. Aphrodisiac Villas and Spas. It's been a minute. Kimla's here with us as well. Jolie says trouble follows them. That's right. These survival-minded people, trouble follows them because they're doing shady stuff. Yes. Trouble follows them because they're doing shady stuff. You start doing stuff to people, don't be mad when they do it back. You start doing stuff to people, don't be mad when they retaliate. Because everybody ain't a turn the cheek individual. Huh? Everybody's not that kind of individual. And God forbid someone who is going to retaliate is an SMP individual. Because the retaliation, you will never be ready for it. Huh? If the person is an SMP individual and they decide that they want to retaliate on you, you better watch out. You better watch out. Because whatever they're going to give you is going to sting. They don't just do trivial stuff and rash stuff. No. They sit down and they take time and they plan it out. Big shout outs to the family. Angela, thank you so much for that super chat. I see you there, sweetheart. Big shout outs to Black Beauty always. Hi, what's up? Today I'm talking about this because it's something that those of us raised in love have got to be mindful of. We sometimes look at the world because obviously we're promoted to do this like golden rule stuff. We think that the way that we treat people is going to be how they treat us back, but that's not true. The way that we interact with people has to be based on mentality and like-mindedness. All right. And you got to evaluate, is this person coming from a loving situation? You know, what are their goals in life? What's their outlook? Are they thirsty and hungry for attention? Are they thirsty and hungry for money? If they are, you got yourself a survival individual. And guess what? You're at high risk. Because the minute that they can come up using you some kind of way, they will. Or the time the next big fish comes along, they'll get on that fish. You know, if you don't want to be a victim of these guys, then you need to be careful because there's lots of them. And another thing you got to know is the survival individual. Whew, I got to sit back for this one. Look, they will do what it takes. They will lie. They will cheat. They will steal. They will deny everything. Huh? They'll tell a different story. Make you look crazy altogether, like it didn't even happen like that. That's how they roll. They will absolve themselves from any responsibility as if they didn't do anything at all. They'll say, oh my goodness, Black Beauty is tripping. Kim was making up stuff. Big shout outs to the Afrikansuperstar family. That's what we're talking about today. Those in love and those in survival. Brown Coat Blue says, I would even go as far to say that people in this mindset have their brain chemistry change over time to the point that they become sociopaths. I mean, I think they do because they don't see anything wrong with the way that they're behaving. You know, they don't see anything wrong with, they don't have morality. They don't have parameters. Nothing is sacred. Nothing is loyal. Normally people have boundaries. Okay. So a person would say, you know what? This is my sister. This is my brother. This is my best friend. This is my mom. This is my dad. This is, this has been a family tradition for years, and there's some kind of boundaries that they say, you know what? This is kind of a safe space. I won't cross that line. But these people, they don't have that. They don't have that. Okay. They will convince themselves that, oh, you know what? I'm right for doing what I need to do. I need to survive. So it is what it is. They will hurt people and burn people and say, oh, you know what? She'll be all right. He'll be okay. They'll get their money back. They'll bounce back. No big deal. That's how they feel. Oh, you know what? I gave him a heartbreak. He'll get over it. We all have had one. This is the kind of stuff that they say. Oh, they weren't using that thing right. So it's better with me. All right. Well, all I have to say is I pray that You know, when these survival-oriented people are doing what they're doing, I just pray for them that the person that they are offending is not an SMP individual. Because if it is, when that person retaliates, because, you know, yesterday I re-released a old video of I don't believe in forgiveness. I know a lot of you guys do. I know a lot of you guys do. I saw some of the comments. I think that in terms of forgiveness, we are automatically groomed to forgive, especially Black people. We are groomed to forgive. We're groomed to think that somehow, you know, it's going to be better for us if we just forgive and just forget and all that stuff. I don't buy that, and most of the world doesn't buy that. Okay, because Russia, in decades, Russia has not forgiven the U.S. I'm pretty sure Japan hasn't forgiven the U.S. for everything they've done. China certainly hasn't forgiven the U.S. The Middle East hasn't forgiven the U.S. A lot of the world doesn't buy the whole turn the other cheek thing. And what happens is when you set the standard that you're not to be played with, people understand that and they don't take unnecessary shots at you. But when you are that perpetual forgiver, they know that they can take advantage of you and you're not going to retaliate. But in some of these cases, these survival-minded people, they pick the wrong one. And when they pick one that has SMP principles, they are going to strategize, maturity, and patience the response that they give. So these are my thoughts today. Big shout out to the African Superstar family. What's up, Bella? She says forgiveness has made us weak. Absolutely. Nobody fears or respects our people. You know, prime example is every time there's a white criminal, they know exactly how to handle the white criminal, right? They know how to arrest him, and they know how to you know, take him to prison and whatever else they do. Okay. But whenever it's a Black person, they just kill him and that be that. Okay. They know and understand that there's no repercussions for them messing around with Black people. Why? They even know that once they kill us, we're going to get on TV and say, I forgive you, when they didn't ask for forgiveness. And we're going to say, I pray for you. And we're going to let karma, we're going to let the judicial system do its thing. We're going to, you know, wait for justice. So I know a lot of you guys believe in it, but I don't. So when you take a shot at me, get ready to be shot back. I'm just telling you. Get ready. Because I will not go quietly into the night. I will not go quietly into the night. And because I'm an SMP individual, I'll take time. Yeah. Yeah. I'll take time. I'll take time. Shout outs to the African Superstar family in the building. Brown Cloak Blue says, I don't forgive, period, ever. There's no logical reason to do so. And you know, another reason, I'm not going to turn this video into that video because I just posted it yesterday. But another reason that forgiveness is kind of futile is because people are doing it to you deliberately. Okay, it's not an accident when they do a lot of things that they do, especially as adults. They know what time it is. They absolutely know what time it is. And when you will look back at the situation, you will see many ways that it could have been handled or they could have dealt with it properly. But guess what? They didn't want to do that because what they wanted to do was what they did. So whatever they did to you was malicious. It was a malicious attack. Yes, it was. And for that, they don't deserve forgiveness. What they deserve is retaliation. That's it. People say, well, if it's an eye for an eye, we all go blind. Or you know that if you take this action, you're going to lose an eye. So guess what? You don't take the action. I'm going to ask y'all a true or false question before I wrap up. Last trivia question. Okay. Do you think that if people understood that there would be an immediate response to their behavior, that they would take the chances that they take? True or false? Do you think that if people knew there was going to be immediate response to the action that they take, that they would still do it? True or false? Because I believe in my mind that if people knew, oh, you know what? If I shoot this person, I'm about to pay the price immediately. It will govern a lot of people. They won't want to take the chance because they're worried about the consequences that they are going to incur. People are selfish now. So a lot of people don't want to, they don't want pain and they don't want to suffer. If they knew that the minute that they do something, they got to pay the cost, I'm telling you, the reason a lot of people take the chances that they take is because they feel like there's not going to be any recourse. You know, there's not going to be anything. So I can do this and I can do that because there's no payback. Aphrodisiac Villas and Spa says true. Brown Coat Blue says they definitely wouldn't do it. Absolutely. Spot for Hip Hop says they would definitely think twice. Absolutely. This is my point. This is exactly my point. Angela says, I forgive myself for getting involved. So when Angela's about to give it to him, she said, hey, look, I'm sorry that I had to do what I had to do, but you caused me to do it. That's how I feel. You know, that's how I feel as well. You know, for every action, there's a reaction. That's one of my new songs. Okay. I'm getting ready to come out with a dynamic new project. You guys are going to be shocked and amazed at my new projects. But my thing is, hey, you know, for every action, there's a reaction. You have to be prepared to pay for the things that you do. And if you take malicious action against someone, then you should definitely be prepared for them to respond. Okay. It's only fair because nature says for every action, it's a law of nature. For every action, there's a reaction. Okay. Reciprocity. You do this. This is the reaction. Okay. When you do this, you know, no reaction. It's not an option. So this is why you have to operate in character. Don't go around. What did Michael Jackson say? Don't go around breaking hearts. Yo. My mama told me don't go around breaking hearts because it's going to come back. And some people are not going to wait for it to come back on its own. Some people are going to take it up themselves. Big shout out to the Afrikansuperstar family. All right. I have talked about this topic. I hope that it was enjoyable for all of you. Big shout outs to everybody who's here. We got over 20 of you in the chat room. So I hope I haven't seen a like count, but I hope the like count is on. And I also want to thank Angela. She is our super chat donor. Anybody want to match Angela? Because I got a new music video. Who want to match Angela on that super chat? We got over 20 of y'all. It would be helpful if a lot, you know, my birthday's coming up anyway. So, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and cash me out. I'm working on this music project. I have a massive surprise for you guys in June. It's going to be a conversation piece. It's going to be a conversation piece. Kimla says she's ready to rock that orange jumpsuit. She ready to do what she got to do if she got to do it. Now, I will say this for my S&P individuals, okay? When you are taking retaliation, the key is do it in the most important part is do it in the S, strategy, okay? Don't do anything that's going to put you in harm's way or them in harm's way or for you to pay the associated cost. Make sure that however you retaliate, you make it strategic, okay? You sit down, think about it, organize yourself well. And the ultimate thing is you should benefit from retaliating against them, okay? You should not be the one to lose. So in the case that, let's say, you know, a friend came and, you know, stole from you, All right. So then you go over their house with a knife and you knife them up and then they get injured, blah, blah, blah. Now they're going to press charges against you. You're going to do time. You know, you're going to get a record and all that stuff while they're rolling around scot-free. They're the reason they caused it. You know, they stole from you. You had every right to go back there because they started it. Okay. But if you're not careful with the way that you retaliate, you lose. So make sure that you retaliate well, as we say here in Ghana. Make sure that you retaliate well, and make sure that you're going to be on the receiving end and have the last laugh. Okay? All right, family. I have talked. I wanted to come and talk to you. Big shout outs to our members only viewers like Jolie that are designated by the circle next to their name. I appreciate all of you guys for supporting the customers at Afrikansuperstar.com. Everybody who is support towards our music project. I hope you guys are enjoying the music. I'm getting ready to drop the official video for Come Chill With Me. We'll be premiering it soon. It's already with the videographer. We shot it this week. It's going to be awesome. Some of you guys that are on my TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook have seen snaps and snippets of the behind the scenes. I believe I posted a couple reels here on Facebook. On YouTube. And also I did the behind the scenes video. So if you haven't seen the behind the scenes of my latest video shoot, go ahead and check that out. Okay? I will see you guys again soon. Until we meet again, stay black and true. If you ain't black, just stay true.